want to give you one more example of the regular plural, and the singular, and the plural, and the super plural. Just one more example of that, because it's a fun concept. And it changes your perspective on even one word. How is it being translated? How is that being translated? The word is ni'mah. Probably a word you know. Ni'mah. What does ni'mah mean, commonly translated? Anybody? Blessing. It's okay, you don't have to be afraid. Did I say that? What if he finds out I said it? Don't do that. You call it out. It's okay. It's okay. You came to one of my lectures, which means you should be ready to be embarrassed. So, ni'mah means what? Blessed. The plural of ni'mah is an'um. An'um. I want you to say it. An'um. Okay, so ni'mah is singular. An'um is plural. And then the powerful plural, the super plural, the jam'ul kathra, they say in Arabic principles, is ni'am. Ni'am. Okay? So you have ni'mah, and you have an'um, and you have ni'am. It's pretty cool in the Qur'an, only one time Allah used an'um. And only one time Allah used ni'am. That's it. But one time the weak plural, one time the super plural. And what's even cooler is when you're reading the English translation, will they make a distinction between the weak and the powerful plural, or will they just say blessings? It'll just say blessings, you won't even know there's a difference. You won't see a difference in the translation. Okay. Allah S.W.T talks about Ibrahim alayhi salam. Very powerful. Describing Ibrahim alayhi salam, Allah says, شَاكِرًا لِأَنْعُمِهِ. Did you hear the plural? شَاكِرًا لِأَنْعُمِهِ. Was that the weak or the strong plural? Oh, that's a test. Allahuakbar. Should you say? That's the weak plural. Very good. Some of you are good listeners. Alhamdulillah. 2 of you answered that one. That's fantastic. An'um is the weak plural. And it was used for Ibrahim alayhi salam. It is as though Allah is saying he was grateful to the few favors of Allah. But that sounds wrong. It sounds strange. When we think of Ibrahim alayhi salam, we think of him as thanking Allah for what? Many favors. But the ayah says he was grateful to Allah for few favors. If Allah wanted to say many, many, many favors, He would have said shakiran li ni'amihi. But He didn't say that. He said shakiran li an'umihi. There's a very powerful lesson in this. Very powerful lesson before I go to the other ayah. The lesson in that is, no matter, even if you're Ibrahim alayhi salam, and you are grateful to Allah from beginning to end, and you are grateful in the way that few human beings will ever be on the face of this earth. At the end of your life, when you look back and you thank Allah for the favors that He gave you, you were only able to accomplish thanking Allah for just a few with respect to the actual number of favors He did. Human beings are not capable of thanking Allah in proportion for the majority of His favors. At the end of our lives, when we turn back, even if my entire life was about shukr, I will only have accomplished a minority of shukr. It will be an'um, not ni'am, that I was able to actually thank Allah for. As a matter of fact, most people can't even truly thank Allah for one ni'mah. وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. The singular is used. If you try to count and truly appreciate the one ni'mah of Allah, you will not be able to encompass it. When we do ni'mah, when we thank Allah for having our eyes, when we thank Allah for having a job, when we thank Allah for having feet and having toes on our feet, when we thank Allah for a tongue that can move, when we thank Allah for these things, we don't even know how much it helps us. We have some idea of how it helps us. We don't even know how much it would harm us. We have some imagination of how much it would harm us. We don't really fully understand the ni'mah. We can only thank based on our limited imagination. We can't even do that for one. So it's pretty awesome that Ibrahim alayhi salam was able to do it for a few. It's a testimony to the gratitude of Ibrahim alayhi salam. But the other context, Allah Azza wa Jal says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَأَسْبَغَ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعَمَهُ ظَاهِرَةً وَبَاطِنًا. He unleashed His favors on you. He unleashed His blessings on you. The ones you can see and the ones you cannot see. ظَاهِرَةً وَبَاطِنَةً. Is this a context of few or many? So He used ni'am. He is the powerful plural. And these are not ayat next to each other. These are years apart in revelation. Pages and pages apart in the Qur'an. How do you keep track of what should fit where perfectly? This is what Allah S.W.T does in the Qur'an. This was my first example. We're moving along quickly.